Zimbabwe versus South Africa, rivalry, history, and contemporary context. The phrase Zimbabwe versus South Africa evokes many kinds of competition and comparison in sport, politics, economics, culture, and regional influence. While the specific context may vary, e.g. a cricket match, a diplomatic standoff, or a trade negotiation, the dynamics between the two nations have a long and evolving history. Below is an overview covering several angles. Historical and political relations. Colonial and post-colonial legacy. Both Zimbabwe and South Africa share a colonial past, with significant British influence in Zimbabwe, then Rhodesia, and Dutch/British colonization in South Africa. Zimbabwe's road to independence, achieved in 1980 after a protracted struggle, contrasted with South Africa's long years under apartheid, which only ended officially in 1994. Diplomatic and regional influence. South Africa, being the continent's more economically powerful and populous country, often plays a more dominant role in Southern African politics, and is seen as a regional leader in the Southern African Development Community, SADC. Zimbabwe has at times had contentious relations with South Africa, especially during the Mugabe era, over issues of human rights, governance, and regional order. Economic and development comparisons. Economy and GDP. South Africa's economy is diversified, having more developed infrastructure, manufacturing, financial services, and a stronger global trade footprint than Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has on multiple occasions struggled with hyperinflation, currency instability, economic sanctions, and decline in industrial output. Trade and investment. South Africa is a key trading partner for Zimbabwe, providing imports, machinery, manufactured goods, and also being a destination for Zimbabwean goods and labor. Investment flows tend to favor South Africa, with domestic and foreign investors often preferring the more stable and reliable business environment there. Cultural and people links. There is deep social and cultural exchange between the neighbor countries. Many Zimbabweans migrate to South Africa for work, education, or better opportunities. The shared border regions see cross-border communities, trade, and familial ties. Sporting rivalries and matches. One of the most visible areas of Zimbabwe versus South Africa is in sport, especially cricket, football, soccer, and sometimes rugby. Cricket. Historically, in international cricket, Test, One-Day Internationals, T20s, South Africa has been the stronger side, with Zimbabwe occasionally pulling off upsets. Matches between them draw attention in regional tournaments and bilateral series. Football, soccer. In African football, CAF tournaments, World Cup qualifiers, Zimbabwe and South Africa have met at various stages. South Africa's higher FIFA ranking and stronger football league structure often give them the edge, though Zimbabwe has managed wins especially in home fixtures. Challenges and differences today. Governance and stability. South Africa, despite internal challenges, has greater institutional stability compared to Zimbabwe, which still struggles with issues of governance, corruption, and political repression. Currency and finance. South Africa's currency, the rand, and financial markets are better established. Zimbabwe has had to deal with multiple currency changes and liquidity crises. International relations. South Africa tends to have more sway in continental forums and global diplomacy. Zimbabwe has been more isolated, especially during periods of sanction and controversies around human rights. Emerging trends and future outlook. If Zimbabwe undertakes meaningful structural reforms, improves governance, and stabilizes its economy, the gap in many domains may narrow somewhat. South Africa will likely maintain a leadership position in the region, but internal challenges, inequality, energy crisis, political fragmentation, may limit how far it can project influence. Sport remains a field in which Zimbabwe can occasionally claim surprise victories, serving as a stage for national pride and renewed optimism. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.